7 a.m. and since I don't really know what time my boys are gonna wake up, they've been all over the place lately. I'm just gonna do a 15-minute workout just so that I can guarantee I'm gonna start and finish a workout. I think if I aim for like 30-45 minutes, I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Plus, I'd still like to have time to like maybe read my Bible before they get up, so let's do it. Be number one, this baby. I always move him into my bed after his like earliest feeding, so he's just chilling there, but I have the monitor on him. I actually really love this monitor. This is by Mom Cozy, and today's video is sponsored by them, so I'll talk to you about them a little bit more here after my workout. I literally got 2 minutes in and my oldest woke up, so I'm gonna go get him and see if I can get him to sit on the couch with like a snack or something while I work out, because we're getting it done. My workout, 7:30 now, and the baby is still asleep. He'll probably wake up pretty soon. We don't have blackout curtains in our room or his room right now, so like when he wakes up, it's usually just whenever the sun comes up, but he asked for a snack, so I'm gonna get him one and then hopefully get like my face washed and stuff really fast. I guess now is as good of a time as any time to talk about my monitor. Today's video is sponsored by Mom Cozy. You guys know I use many of their products and absolutely love them. I actually have my pump right here because I just watched it. I use it. I usually only pump once in the mornings, but it's the best. I did a video with them a couple of weeks ago and they're sponsoring today's video as well. I have been using their baby monitor, and honestly, this is a really good monitor. I have had no issues with this. I actually really love how big the screen is as well, and the picture is so good. They have night vision and then just like normal daytime mode. There's lots of different settings you can customize. You can talk to your child through the monitor, which I really like that feature, especially whenever I use it for Belle, because I can tell him like, back in your bed. You can move the camera around the room to kind of get like a better view, and it's a wide angle view, so that's actually amazing, because I've had cameras in the past where it wasn't a wide angle view and you would have to have it in the most perfect position in the room to get a view of your child, and if your child moved out of view, you were just done. And then there's a menu with lots of options. You can split the screen if you were going to add another camera, so you could have both babies on the camera at the same time. It's honestly just really great. I absolutely love it. Obviously the kickstand on the back makes it nice to carry around the house. The battery is really good as well, which is kind of huge for a monitor, but I do still leave it plugged in overnight if I'm ever using it overnight. So if you want to check out their baby monitor, I will have a link in the description box for you guys to click on and check out any of their products. But Mom Cozy has products to help you through all the stages between pregnancy all the way to postpartum and mothering, and they have breastfeeding products, maternity products, postpartum products, anything that will make your life as a mom more cozy or more comfortable for you. Check out their website. They probably have something for you. So thank you again, Mom Cozy, for sponsoring today's video. So my household has been hit with our first fall illness. Belle, it's been really weird. It's fine one minute and then the next he like got sick all over the car. So we've just been slowly recovering. So he's definitely a little bit more sad today, but that's okay. So I'm gonna take it as easy as I can, just to like be with him, but still try to get things together because today's Monday. We have a whole week ahead of us and life goes on as a mom. So as much as I just kind of want to curl up into a ball and rest because it was a hectic weekend, I'm like, you know what? Life doesn't stop just because you want it to, so I'll go give him a little bit of medicine and yeah. Mr. Man is awake, so I'm going to go get him. Shut the monitor off. I just have my adrenal cocktail that I have in the mornings usually, and I put my makeup in this caddy that I got from Dollar Tree that I actually used for postpartum with Belle, and I love that I can just carry this around and it's a little bit more organized for my brain, that I can see everything instead of digging in a bag. So I brought that down because I'm probably going to do my makeup down here. But since the baby is awake, I'm going to probably have to do it after I feed him. I just like, obviously he's a lot bigger now than he used to be. Newborn days, it's like so easy to nurse and do other things because they're so small, but he is humongous. But I'm going to start a cup of coffee. That way when I come back down with him, I can grab this and I can sit and drink it while I nurse him and possibly read a devotion on my phone. I'm trying to retrain my brain, so to speak, with certain things because I feel like I use nursing or like putting the baby down for a nap as an excuse to like sit and just do nothing, like just have a minute to breathe. And so I'll scroll on my phone, but I have just been on my phone way too much. Part of that is due to like working legitimately and having more brand deals and like trying to grow on other social media platforms, but most of it is just me being lazy. And so on a normal day, I probably would have been like, I'll make my coffee and I'll nurse the baby and I'll scroll. I don't want to do that. It's not even 8 a.m. There's no reason for me to be sitting and scrolling the internet. So I'm going to try my hardest to do something I don't necessarily want to do. Like, I'm just being honest, it does not sound like the thing I want to do or the easy choice right now to sit and try to like find a devotion to read. Maybe that makes me a bad person, I don't know, but there are just days where I don't want to do it. And I feel like those are the days that it is actually crucial to do it. So, making a cup of joe. I'm making myself some coffee. What are you doing? You need a drink? Okay. Do you want some coconut water? Coconut water and apple juice? Okay, that's fine. And another thing I've been trying to do lately is just things that spark joy. Like, I went thrifting the other day with my sister-in-law, and usually it would be really hard for me to like ask for a sitter or ask for help so that I could go and do that. But I was gone for like an hour and a half and had so much fun. I bought this mug that was on clearance because it makes me happy and it sparks joy and it's colorful. And I've been trying to get dressed every morning, even if it's like, this is not something I would normally do, wear a dress while staying home with my kids, but why not? Life is short, y'all. Life is short. Good morning. which is so funny because he and his brother are similar in a lot of ways, but they're also very different in a lot of ways too as well, obviously. But like one thing I have noticed is he wakes up from I think good morning. I think good morning. He wakes up from naps, bedtime, everything pretty like very happy and content, and doesn't really cry when he wakes up. He just kind of like lays there. And with Belle, every time that he woke up, he would never even like attempt to kind of settle himself. He always needed support. Theo kind of just like looks around and sometimes will just doze back to sleep. But it was so different with Belle. Like he did not like it at all. He would not like to be alone, didn't want to try to settle. So that's fine. Obviously, like that just proves the statement that all babies are different. But it's just so funny. Hi. I think good morning. We're just a big man. That's a big man. Oh, let's go get you dressed. I gotta let Beanie out, Patty. Come on, baby. We're gonna need to get dressed. Super gentle, okay? Okay, Snugglebug. We have reached the stage where no matter what is in my hand, he is trying to eat it. I'm gonna put him in his sleep sack and go put him down for his first nap in his room. This is usually like his best nap of the day, so. I'm getting ready for you. You filled up Dada's cup? Yeah. Thank you. Can you show me how you pour it into this cup?
Yeah.
Thanks. Wow, and you didn't even spill. Good job. You're getting so good at that, huh? It's literally beautiful outside this morning. I'm pumping and I'm gonna read my Bible. Baby's down for his first nap. So while he plays with this water, I'm going to try to read my Bible for a little bit. This has been a routine that actually works really well for us, for him to get outside and play, and me be able to sit and watch and kind of do my own thing as well. Cheers! Clink. But don't actually drink it because that water's kind of yucky. For mine, it's kind of hot though. You like it? You baby. You have them on upside down. You see what?
What?
The big truck?
Yeah.
Go! Finally making breakfast. It looks like the little one is awake, so he slept for almost an hour. And for a quick and easy breakfast today, I'm doing scrambled eggs with pepper jack cheese, 2 chicken sausage links. They're like my favorite ones. I don't remember what brand they are, but they were on sale and they're usually kind of expensive for a small box. So I stocked up, and then 2 freezer waffles, and that's breakfast. Yeah, after I probably After I finish my food, I'll probably take them out on a walk because if we try to get out in the mornings, it helps us kind of break up our day, because as much as I absolutely love staying home with my kids, I'm not going to pretend that it doesn't get old sometimes being in the same four walls all day. So we take a lot of walks and we're trying to soak up the nice weather while we still have it, because we're about to hit winter and you just never know how that's going to be in the Midwest, but usually not great. And probably by the time we get back, it'll be pretty close to time for naps and stuff, so we will see. I read the book of Psalms, chapter 25 today in my quiet time, and it was just so encouraging. I feel like the book of Psalms, like when you're in a season and you do not know what to pray, read the book of Psalm, because, well, the book of Psalm, but it has Psalms in it. I never know which one to say. I think it's just Psalm, but there are Psalms in it. Who knows? I should know, but I don't. But read that book if you ever have a time where you don't know like what to pray, because it's just like songs and like messages from the heart. And I feel like most of the time if I don't know what to pray, like let's say I'm in a really, like right now I'm just in a tough season, and some days I'm like so overwhelmed that I don't even know what prayer to pray. I'm like, there is so much that needs fixing and so much that needs help and so much of me that is just hurting and needing Jesus that I literally don't know what words to put to it. And so reading the book of Psalms is super helpful, and just like I can pray those. I swear this happens every single time that I either vlog or on days where I know Austin's gonna be working late. My kids don't nap. Like, I don't know what the deal is, but this happens like almost every time where I feel like I'm gonna have like a busier, more exhausting day, but trying to just roll with it. My like biggest tip to avoid maybe like becoming impatient with your child is if they are refusing a nap for like more than 15 minutes, just scrap it, start over. Don't waste any more time sitting in there getting frustrated at them. Just start over. You can try again in like 30 minutes, or just they'll miss that nap. I mean, like honestly, it's not worth sitting in a room frustrated and like getting all worked up and wasting time. So we're back up. I tried to put Belle down for about 40 minutes, but I was in and out because I was also helping Theo, and he's up again. So I'm just gonna like make something to eat for lunch and figure out a plan for the rest of the afternoon, because I really was kind of hoping, like on a normal day, Belle will nap from anywhere from like 12 to 12:30 until 3 to 3:30. So it's currently only 1 p.m. and he has not napped, and Theo is already up. So this is like a totally out of the norm day for us, but you know what? This happens. So I'm gonna heat up some lunch and figure out what to feed him, and we're just gonna roll with it. And hallelujah. I feel like I am constantly a referee. Not for my kids, but between the dog and the kids, because he is always trying to eat Bellamy's food out of his hand, and it starts a big fight, and it's like, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna heat up lunch, and then I think I'm gonna make a second cup of coffee, and yeah, maybe we'll fold some laundry and stuff. On days where he doesn't nap, if I'm feeling like I just need a minute, I'll go on a car ride, because I feel better about like maybe listening to a podcast or some worship music on my own uninterrupted for like 10 minutes, because he's in his car seat. So I can't really feel like, I feel guilty at home taking that time because he can come up to me and ask me for something, but in the car it's like he knows he's in his seat. There's not much else I can do. And Theo likes to sleep in the car, and I'm thinking maybe if we drive around at the right time, he might also fall asleep in the car for a little bit. I'm just a little bit worried about him skipping his nap altogether today because of him because he is still recovering from an illness and I know he needs the sleep and I just don't want him to be like crazy miserable this evenings. It was being silly. Watch. It looks like no time has passed, but many hours have passed, and let me just tell you. When I say it has been an afternoon of very, very, very large emotions. I am utterly and entirely exhausted of every gentle parenting. I hate that word because I feel like it's been tagged on to some things that aren't even considered gentle parenting, but just having a hard time. I'm feeling really in my flesh, feeling very impatient, like, whew, just one of those days. Or not one of those days, one of those afternoons. And I just need a breather. And so we went on a car ride because that usually works, and one of them fell asleep, which was awesome. The other one was so upset that they woke the other one up, and then it was just two upset babies, and then just a bunch of things. And I kind of had every intention that like maybe that car ride would be like a 10-minute break for me and we could park somewhere and I would read my Bible while the baby slept, and it just didn't happen. So just, and I know Austin's not gonna be home for a few hours and I still need to make dinner and like all of that stuff needs done. So I'm just struggling a little bit mentally. It's a really sad day, but I'm almost like positive that I need to toss out my sourdough starter because there's mold growing on the dried parts of the jar, and I'm almost positive it's mold, and I'm like, if the side is molding, then my actual starter probably. I'm so sad. I've had this starter for, I don't even know, almost a year now, so I think I'm just gonna start a new one. I don't want to risk like eating bad starter. Maybe I'll get some more discard from one of my friends or something if I want to escalate the process, but it's just something to add to today. I'm trying to turn my afternoon around. Best pasta. Something so satisfying about eating it. Just whipped up the quickest, easiest chicken Alfredo. I made my own Alfredo sauce. I feel like it's always way better when you make your own. And I just left out some plain broccoli because I mixed the chicken and the broccoli in, but I left out some plain because Belle loves broccoli. And it's like 5:30. This one's on his last nap of the day on me. And we're finally seeming to have some better spirits. So I think that maybe we will spend some time OUT playing for a little bit before we eat, because we're going to try to wait until he gets home to eat with him. And maybe I'll get to like read my Bible a little bit out there. Just like took a deep breath and had to pray and honestly like ask for forgiveness because I was very bitter earlier and grumpy and just not the best mom that I wanted to be. But it is all in a day's work and it's all worth it for these little babies. And I think whenever I get really frustrated and overwhelmed, it's usually because my priorities are a little bit messed up. And when I check myself, I feel so much better. I'm gonna switch some laundry over because we're super behind, especially with that stomach bug hitting the house. Everything's getting washed. It was on my list today to wash the couch cushion, but it hasn't happened yet. It would probably work best if I like put it in right before we go to bed tonight and then I can dry it first thing in the morning. But we will see how that goes. I'd really love to not have to stay up late cleaning the house. I'd rather like have some chill time tonight. And so since he's like happy for just a couple minutes, I'll see how much I can get done. I'm gonna unload the dishwasher, put all the dishes that are in the sink in there. That way after we eat, everybody can stick the dishes in and kitchen will be closed. Also, it's a very sad day. I had to dump out my sourdough starter. The vlog here. Thank you so much for watching today's video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it, and again, don't forget to check out Mom Cozy's products in the link in the description box. That helps support me, and I just really seriously appreciate you guys always watching my videos and just leaving the kindest comments, and just like, truthfully, I don't feel like I ever get a negative comment anymore. I feel like all those people have just filtered out, and now what's left are like the most loyal, just nicest people ever on the internet following me. So thank you so much, and just know that I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, make sure you go out of your way today to love on someone and make them feel extra special, because they are. And we'll catch you guys in the next video.